Greetings, vinyl community. I'm Jason, and welcome to another episode of Jason's Vinyl Lab. And in today's video, I'm talking about greatest hits. I have a small collection of greatest hits here. This might be because either A, I don't really care enough for the band to buy all their albums, or I only like a few of their songs, or maybe I just like the band so much I want to have absolutely everything. But for the most part, it's because having a greatest hits album is really all I desire from this particular artist. Well, without further ado, let's get into this. This first one is The Who's greatest hits. Now, I know The Who's got a lot of big hits, a lot of popular albums, but for me, what's on here is good enough. There's one song missing on here that I wish was on here, and that's Baba O'Riley, Teenage Wasteland. Other than that, every other song I'd want is on here. And this is the Target edition on red vinyl. Well, you got songs in here like Substitute, The Seeker, Magic Bus, My Generation. You all know that one. Pinball Wizard, Happy Jack, Won't Get Fooled Again, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere. Get out of here. Come on, man. Sorry about that. My cat Oreo. My Wife, Squeezebox, Relay, 515, Love Reign Over Me, Who Are You? Who are you? Yeah, I like The Who. I just don't really love all their material, so this is good enough for me. Moving on, we got CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Not a huge fan. I actually got this as a BCLT from, you all know, Ron Haggerty. Gave this to me a while back. This has a whole bunch of songs on here. You got Proud Mary, Bad Moon Rising, we all know that one. Lady, Green River, just a bunch of their hits. Nothing against them, it's just I don't really like them enough to bother getting their albums. This one, the Eagles' greatest hits from 71 to 75. I do want to get their later greatest hits, so it has more of their songs after this. But this is got some good stuff on here. You got Take It Easy, real popular song. And, Witty Woman, all their early songs. Other than their greatest hits albums, I don't really feel a need to get any of their studio albums. Here's a good one. John Mellencamp. Now, I love John Mellencamp. I just don't like all of his records, all of his songs. So what's on here is, it's going to be good enough for me. This comes on 2 LPs. Of course, it's got all the big hits, 1978 to 1988. Yeah, I mean, you got, I Need a Lover, Ain't Even Done with the Night, Hurt So Good, Jack and Diane. A bunch of, he's got so many hits. But other than this, I really don't feel the need to get anything else. Just not a big enough fan. Lynyrd Skynyrd. This one's called Skynyrd's Innards. This one probably should be on 2 records simply because the one song is close to 20 minutes long, and of course you already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you got what's that? Freebird. That. Freebird alone should be the only song on one side. But you got other ones on here. What's Your Name? That Smell. A few other good songs. Not really into the whole southern rock scene, but I appreciate a few of their songs. Moving on. This is a real good one. Bob Seger, greatest hits. This is the Walmart version on, I guess what they call that, Coke bottle clear. I'm not really sure. We take it out of this sleeve, then it pretty much just looks clear with like a faint green tint. Excuse me. But in the sleeve, you can see more green. But yeah, this got all his hits on here. You got Roll Me Away, Night Move, Turn the Page. Metallica did a cover of that. You know, a bunch of good songs on here. Just nothing against any of these bands. I do appreciate all their work. I just don't really get into it enough to warrant wanting to buy the records. This is probably my least favorite of all my greatest hits, Bruce Springsteen. Even on here, I probably like maybe half the songs. And I know it's going to be blasphemy to some of you. Some of you guys absolutely love The Boss. It's just not my thing. Yeah, you got Badlands, Thunder Road. I like that song. Born to Run, Hungry Heart. Dancing in the Dark, Born in the USA. Glory Days. It's got some good songs on here. About half of them I like. The other half, yeah, they're okay. So I really feel no need to buy any of his music outside of this greatest hits. This next band, I do have some of their albums. I'm going to get more. I just don't have a whole lot of vinyl yet. But Volt from Def Leppard, 1980 to 1995, which is kind of misleading because there's nothing on here from 1980, which is a shame because the album that came out in 1980, On Through the Night, is my favorite record from theirs. I showed that in my first video that I made. But this is the European version, so there's no fooling. Instead, it has, I think, an acoustic version of Two Steps Behind or something like that. But being the European version, it does come on gold vinyl, if you care about that. But I do wish it had fooling, but that's fine. I have 2 copies of Pyromania, so no big deal. But you got Pour Some Sugar on Me, Photograph, Love Bites, Let's Get Rocked, Two Steps Behind, Animal, Heaven Is, Rocket, When Love and Hate Collide, Action, Make Love Like a Man, Armageddon It, Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad, Rock of Ages, Hysteria, Bringing on the Heartbreak. So that's the European version. Maybe I'll get the American version one day. This one, Guns N' Roses Greatest Hits. It's more of a singles compilation, I guess, than anything. A lot of good songs on here. I do have Appetite for Destruction, which is a great album. Probably even better than this. And I do want to get GNR Lies when I can find it for a fair price. But other than that, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. I don't know if I'll pay $10 each for them, I guess, but I don't know if I'm willing to pay more than that. There's just not enough. Yeah, I like maybe half the songs in each of those. This is the Walmart version. It comes on silver vinyl with red and white splatter. It looks very amazing. I'm really happy the way that this came out. But being on splattered vinyl, one thing that you sometimes get with splattered vinyl is surface noise. This does have it. It's not terrible. It's mostly at the beginning of each side and in between the tracks. And then a few of the songs when it gets to the last few seconds and the volume goes down, you know what I'm talking about. You can hear it. So I will get it on black vinyl eventually. There's also a version from the Sound of Vinyl you can get on gold vinyl with red and white splatter. This has Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine, Shadow of Your Love, which is the main reason why I wanted this, because this before this came out last year, the only way you can get Shadow of Your Love was through the if you bought the 7-inch, you can either came in the deluxe box set for Appetite for Destruction, which initially came out for $500, and it quickly went down to $250, I believe. It had a bunch of material on there, or you can just buy the 7-inch separately. But I'm not a fan of 7-inch records. That'll be another video. So it's on here. And then there's one other song I really wanted. That the only way you can get this on vinyl is on this record. And that is from the soundtrack Interview with the Vampire. They did a cover of the Rolling Stones' Sympathy for the Devil. Now, I'm not sure if that soundtrack exists on vinyl or not. It probably does. But either way, I have no interest in getting it. So yeah, I wanted those two songs. And I don't feel like getting 7-inch records, that is. So this has to do. And then, of course, I already showed this in my last video, Motley Crue's Greatest Hits. Also the Walmart version on the crimson red vinyl, which looks more orangey red with, kind of looks like lava. But yeah, I talked about this already. I'm not a big fan of the Motley Crue. I do have Theater of Pain, the album that divides fans. Not really amazing outside of the two songs, and Smoking in the Boys' Room is not really all that great as far as I'm concerned. So really, that just leaves Home Sweet Home, which has been played to death. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's all I got for you today. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!